What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Cole here, back with another banger for y'all boys today. Today we'll be reacting to Ash Plug, man. It's NBA 2K25 doomed after this, man. If y'all enjoy this type of content, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 4K subs, man. Help us out. Without further ado, man, let's hop right to it, man. Let's see what Ash Plug's up to. Oh, let me turn this on. Alright, bet. Let's roll.
This is possibly going to be the most important news video I post this entire year for multiple different reasons. So I'm not going to waste y'all's time. Whatever you got to do, make sure that like button is blue, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and let's get right into the news. So a 2K Labs employee, Spillboy, said, what if I told you the rhythm shooting green window was 70% bigger compared to using the button? 70% in the same...
Well, if that's real, and if that's like confirmed by 2K Labs, bro, I am using the rhythm shooting shit, bro. I just played Rec today. I just got off stream. I just played, bro. I promise to God, bro. When I tell y'all, I still couldn't hit a shot to save my life for like the first couple of games. Mind you, I've been off the game for like a couple of days. So you know, I was, you know, I wouldn't. Of course, I went into my court. You know what I'm saying? And practice my shot a little bit. But still, it's just like I make a shot, then miss two. I make a shot and miss three, you know, and I know my, you know, release. So it's just like, come on, dog. But if it's a 70% green window with the rhythm shooting, I'ma use it, man. Not to mention with the leg glitches and stuff like that. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. You'll let the right stick go, and then it'll say very late. Like I never get that. I never understand why that's in the game. Hopefully they patch that shit when they do their big patch. But yeah, if it's a 70% shooting rate for the green window, I'm definitely using that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Same day, 2K Labs tweets out some big info right here. The button green window. You got your white make, your green make. At the bottom is your milliseconds, 585, 590, because the jump shot is usually like 600 milliseconds long. So there's your green window from 555 to 620. You got a under 20% chance to make at the beginning of the green window. Right at perfect, absolutely perfect, you're at like 65, 70%. Now, this is where it gets very deep, okay? They posted right here, your rhythm green window. You see you've got from 35 to 150. 115 millisecond right there, green window, all the way up to about 70% for a larger amount of time. For about 50, 60 something, maybe even 70 milliseconds, you can still hit about 50% of your shots if you time them correctly. So this actually makes a lot of sense to me from playing 2K25. Why when I'm rhythm shooting, there's a good amount of times where I feel like I didn't even time it correctly and it still goes in. I can definitely see why it's doing that now.
Bro, especially if you hit that shit off a step back and you rhythm shoot that shit, probably cash probably like 90% of the time. Like that shit is, I believe the green window is that big though. Because every time I shoot that shit off a step back, just like if we up in the game or something and I hit him with a step back, that's green every time. I don't know what it is, off a step back, and then it's like that. You get that correct time, and I don't know how to explain it, but y'all know, the people that played the game know exactly what I'm talking about.
Now, so here is a chart right here of the button versus rhythm make rate, both put together, and you can see as the button is that very small red amount, and rhythm is the blue. Yeah. It is a gigantic difference in terms of greening shots on 2K25. Now, PowerDF responded to Spill's tweet and said, let me put it another way. If you choose to shoot with the button, your green window is being reduced by 70% this year. Is that really fair? Spillboy said, if you have to time 2 inputs instead of 1, I don't see it as unfair. It's a challenge, and if you time it correctly, you are rewarded. The 70% increase scenario is if you have perfect push timing. Now, we have so much to talk about today that we can't really stop on that, but as you see, you are basically going to have to learn the rhythm shooting if you want to be at the highest percentage of shooting on 2K25, or it seems like even close. Now, that also...
I mean, get in the lab, get in the mic court, practice with the right stick, dog. You can flick it up, you can flick it sideways, No, you can't flick it up, because if you flick it up, you go into that that go-to shot. But you can flick it sideways, either left or right, or you can flick it down. But you can't flick it going up. In the lab, dog. See, it is what it is. Adapt until shit they pass the shoot.
Does depend on the game mode you play, because some modes like Park and Rec are lower difficulty than Proving Grounds or Pro-Am and things like that. So you can probably shoot still pretty good, 50, maybe even 55, 60% with the button, depending on who you are, your play style. Are you a guard? Are you a spot up? Things like that. But it seems like if you want to be elite, you're going to have to learn how to rhythm shoot at the moment, unless they change anything. Now, 2K Toots, shout out to them, posted a rebound chaser animation test, and as you see, all the way from no badge to legend, you're going to go up. Once again, 2K is getting it correctly with the badges this year. And again, that is a lowercase W, not a capital W for 2K. We can't give them a huge win because that's how the badges should work in the first place. It's just though in other years they didn't necessarily for some of the badges. So we also from 2K Labs have a paint patroller test versus gold posterizer 99 block at legend, and 89 interior is stopping it around like 53% of the time, all the way down to 18% if you only have like 74 blocking. You know, that really depends on a whole bunch of different factors, so don't take that as 100%. I mean, a lot of these tests are not perfect, right? We can't give you the statistics for every single scenario, but you guys see in this gameplay right here, I'm actually rhythm shooting, and it's pretty interesting as a guard. But let's keep going, okay? Right here, you see Kevin is #1 today on 2K25. The Great Demon King, 9U9. There's only like 1 or 2, 3 legit people on the leaderboards right now.
Just imagine the top legend being a nigga named Kevin, bro. This man, I looked at his player. He only played 2 games in the park. You know he cheated, bro. Like, come on. Is the legend race cooked? Let me know, chat. Let me know if the legend race is cooked because of these boosted ass niggas in 2K25. Let me know. Shit. Cash Out can still be the first technical legend, bro. But if people don't see it, you know what I'm saying? If they're not deep in the 2K community, be like, oh, Kevin's the top rep. But they don't know Kevin cheating. You get what I'm saying? So, I don't know, gang. That's so trash to me, bro. That is so trash.
They have been hacked. Once again, if you guys have not seen them, they keep changing every day. Yesterday, it was Ronnie2K who was #1, and he said, as is always the case, I wouldn't recommend boosting or cheating any systems. We are usually pretty harsh on that eventually to make sure our community that plays honestly is being rewarded. In the words of Kendrick Perkins, carry on. Now here's the problem, Ronnie. 2K is banning boosters. They're banning cheaters in some form. But the biggest issue right now with the game is people that are using Titans. The new Zen, the upgraded Zen is what a Titan is, by the way, guys. You have to do a whole...
Zen's back in the game, dog. News is only a matter of time, though. They found a no meet him. I'm already knowing before you even finish saying what he's saying. Damn. It was fun while it lasted, huh?
Whole bunch of steps in being a Discord, and you have to pay a monthly fee. It's a ridiculous amount of stuff you have to do to cheat on the game. From my knowledge, 2K barely or never bans these people. That is the real new cheating, okay? You can get banned for boosting, and you know, a lot of people know that now. They're not doing that, but they're cheating in other ways. Now, Ronnie said in really random news, I really appreciate the love of whoever did this, but this isn't me. That 3-point percent is accurate though, and you see he had 18 games played. He was the #1 ranked guy in the world yesterday with like a 2 million 3-point percent. So I don't know what's going on, guys. I really have no idea. But in other news, according to Nadex, as you see right here, he hit starter 5. He said it's so useless, it's hilarious, where you get the takeover accelerator unlocked, and people are saying it doesn't work. People that are already starter 5, you see another tweet right here. Also, takeover accelerator doesn't work at all, and it needs to be fixed ASAP. I can confirm that guy is a starter 5, by the way, and people are saying it doesn't even work. Now, real quick, another thing about the starter 4, starter 5 stuff is I tweeted out on Twitter and said the free throw line Michael Jordan dunks are unlocked at a 83 driving dunk and 72 vertical. Yes, you unlock that. If you guys didn't see my video where I showed all the animations, you can definitely go check it out after this if you want to see everything you're going to get, or if it's worth it to even get to starter 4 because you got to play a decent amount of games. And you don't really get a lot for tall builds. That's something we need to talk about. But Michael Jordan dunk package only requires, which has free throw line dunks in it, a 72 vertical. A 72 vertical, guys, to be able to get free throw line dunks. I am not sure what's going on. But real quick, or not really real quick, because it's going to take a minute, I wanted to talk.
That's bad because y'all know, if y'all played the game, which I'm sure most of y'all have by now, interior defense is not that good in the game. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. I've had centers with gold, Hall of Fame, paint patroller, blocking badges, still getting laid up over. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, they have the highest form of interior badge, it's bad, dog. And the fact that people, it's so, the requirements for those dunks are so low, it's crazy. You know, but 2K do what's 2K gonna do. Take it with a grain of salt, dog. Not sure how that's gonna affect the game, but I can pretty much assume. But we're gonna wait and see.
To you guys about skill-based matchmaking. In the last video, I basically ranted about this topic, but today I want to make sure everyone fully grasps the road that we're gonna go down with this new integration of skill-based matchmaking. And if you still disagree, that's completely fine with me. But please, at the very least, listen to what I have to say before responding. Remember, this is the first year of much more strict SBMM, which is the term I'll use for skill-based matchmaking. I can only go off my knowledge from other games that have implemented this as well for years, so a bit of this is guessing, and a bit is things that are already in the game, which I will specify. The first thing is I want to say I think SBMM for modes like Random Rec are really cool. So if you're playing really good basketball, you are rewarded with good teammates, right? If you're playing good ball, that's awesome. It's very important to know that my only argument of removing SBMM is for public modes without competitive gameplay sliders like Theater and Park. I specifically asked for years that 2K adds a real ranked mode, like other games do, with SBMM to prove who are the actual best players in the game, and 2K listened by adding Proving Grounds with just that. You go in and play people around your rank every time until you either reach a new tier and play better competition or go lower by losing and play worse. This is the entire point of my argument. SBMM is great for the game, but not for public modes. Let's take Theater for example. Unlike Park, the allure to Theater is that you can quickly get games with or without teammates.
It takes 5 minutes to get a game. If you were 99 overall looking for, like, you know what I'm saying, like, just a game to play. It don't even matter the skill level of the person. You just trying to go in there because it's matchmaking, you know what I'm saying, versus you waiting in the park for 5-10 minutes for the game to end. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be matchmaking. It's supposed to be, you know, like this. At the snap of a finger almost. But we waiting up to 5-10 minutes, then we got to go out, reset, and see if we can get a game fast like that. It shouldn't be like that, and it's because of skill-based matchmaking. Bro. So this is why, I don't know if y'all know this already, but people are going in with a 90 overall and a 60 overall so they can play lower competition. But that's the only way you can get consistent games in the theater, which is bogus. People should not have to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Especially in the theater, bro. That's why the theater is like one of the most popular game modes now. It's because it's matchmaking. 1v1 court is not that bad, but I'm talking about like the 2s and the 3s. So I don't know what's the solution to that, y'all.
With a matchmaking system. That matchmaking system is now the exact same as the ranked mode Proving Grounds. The algorithm matches you against someone every single game that thinks is as good as you. This completely defeats the purpose of a ranked mode when it's in other modes. Anyway, as you rise in the algorithm,
and when you do play it, it is a sweat fest. Let's say I'm not the best player at the game, dog. I am not one of these, you know, I don't consider myself a top guard, top big. I'm just a nigga that like to hoop. You know what I'm saying? Talk shit with the chat, you know? And it's a sweat fest every time. Damn, if I want to play sweats, I'll go on the Proving Ground. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to chill out with the chat, and I got to sweat because it's a nigga with 99 3-ball and a nigga with Hall of Fame legend brick wall and rebound chase, set the screens on the twos, and he fade from the 3 in the middle, the guard. Every game, dog, then you know, they got 90-something steel in their bills. We got to tiptoe around people because they can rip us anytime. Like, that's every game. That's every game, dog. Something got to give.
Algorithm, you are now in a queue or pool of a much lower percentage of players, which means you will most likely wait much longer to get a game, and players like me are already experiencing that issue. Once again, defeating another purpose of Theater. You go in there to get quick back-to-back games without having to wait. For years, if you wanted to play competitively, you would go to Pro-Am or Stage. Well, if you guys haven't noticed, and I'm not kidding, 3v3 Pro-Am and 5v5 Pro-Am don't have SBMM based on your team's record, but only for your plated tiers. So you could be performing good or whatever in Park, and you're going to be playing people in Pro-Am that are not on your guys' skill level, right? It's only on your team's actual plates, not your record in that mode. What sense does it make that Theater and Park have it, but Pro-Am, which has competitive gameplay sliders, doesn't go off the record of your team in that mode? Now let's talk about how flawed the system 2K put out already is. SBMM is very easily abusable, guys. Go watch the #1 level player Cash Out, before the leaderboards were modded by the way, stream 2K. What he's been doing is he plays on his red plate build, guys. He goes in there and he plays on his red plate build. And then all he does is go in there with a teammate, Enzo, who plays on a 60 overall brand new build, casual tier is what it's called. This lowers himself in the algorithm to get less competition. Anyone can do this.
It's bad, bro. You gotta do that to get back-to-back games, bro. It's bad, bro. But I'm gonna say this to y'all, and I don't think no 2K creator is gonna say this to y'all. If 2K stressing y'all out, dog, just play another game, man. Like, at this point, don't even take 2K serious, man. Like, you get on that bitch to have fun, and then get off. Like, that's what type of mentality I'm on. Like, if 2K pisses me out to a point where I can't play it no more, I'm just hopping on another game. Like, I got a PS5, Xbox, PC. I can play whatever the fuck I want there, man. I'm not gonna let 2K, you know, stress me out this shit about nothing. All these problems building up, you know what I'm saying? I'm not stressed about it. You know, it's already bad enough that these glitches coming out, these Titans. I'm not, you know, I'm not stressed about it. It's a whole bunch of games coming out for the rest of this year. I'm gonna be exploring other options. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be stressing out about this. And it's a whole plethora of games to play, dog. So you gotta wait a year for 2K to come out, and it's a whole bunch of shit that's coming out. You know what I'm saying? You might want to branch out, expand your horizons to other shit, dog. That's the only way. This is our escape from reality. You know what I'm saying? So I think you should just protect your peace, protect your mind, and just go ahead and play another game if you get tired of 2K, dog. The 2K gonna forever have issues. You know what I'm saying? I say don't invest too much money into the game to where you feel like you have to play the game. No, you don't. If you don't get paid to stream this shit, dog, don't even worry about the game. Just hop on another game, you'll be alright. But y'all enjoy this type of content, we should hit that like button, hit that sub button on the road to 4,000 subs, man. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all boys, man. Peace out.